Welcome to my October review. It's a fantastic month for you Libras because not only is the Sun in your sign, we also have Venus and Mercury joining the Sun. And when these three are all together in a sign, it's much easier to express the essence of that sign and also the house as well. Now we have a great aspect to start. Your ruler makes an opposition to Jupiter, but this brings a feel-good factor about things. It's a great time to be in a relationship. It's a great time to be with friends and having fun and to socialise. The only word of warning is not to overindulge. Food and drink may be very nice for you, but if you overindulge too much, you may become regretful of that. Now, on the 3rd, we have Mercury going direct. Now, Mercury's been retrograde in your 12th house for 3 weeks now, so there may have been a fogginess around communication. There may have been unclear as to what was going on around you, and you won't be able to think clearly or think straight. This will all change because Mercury is not only going to move into the first house and your sign, but also after a while will move from the shadow period and everything will become clear. On the 6th, there's an aspect to Pluto, so this is a great time to look at your future, long-term future. Pluto's in that 4th house, and see what it is that you need to be working on and planning going forward. There's an opportunity on the 7th to do some healing work with any past insecurities around relationship issues because Sun makes an opposition to Chiron in the 7th. Then on the 9th, we have a very important full moon because it's in your opposite sign of Aries. And it's a good time to balance your Arian side with your Libran side, because when we're born into a sun sign, we also incorporate the opposite sign and take on some of their traits. So it's a good time to get balanced now and make sure that you have everything in your life in perfect equilibrium. We have Mars making aspect to Neptune on the same day, and this is good for evaluating your life, seeing where you are, seeing what you would like to change. View things from your perspective, not from what other people expect of you. And then the last event on this day is that Pluto turns direct. Now Pluto will be direct until next March, when he moves into Aquarius and will leave your 4th house and move into the 5th house. So this is a time to complete any projects that you have around the home, any changes you want to make, any transformations around the home, even if it's moving. You need to get this all sewn up and cleared up by next March. Because we have the 3 planets all together in your sign, it means that the aspects will be repeated as well. And on the 10th, Venus makes that opposition to Chiron. So again, it's time that you can again work with any relationship issues. Then on the following day, the 11th, we have the Sun making a positive aspect to Saturn. This is a time to review structure in your life. This is a good time to see where there's maybe waste, not only wasted energy but wasted resources, and see if you can build a plan or make a plan going forward for the future, using your creativity to make sure it's going to work. And then we have the opposition between Mercury and Jupiter, and this is very good for signing any partnership documents. This is good for any joint collaboration with other people, and it's very good as well for investing. On the 13th, there's a square between the Sun and the Black Moon Lilith. So she's in the 10th house career and public standing, so there may be some power struggles or some difficulties going on here that you may find it hard to assert yourself and express yourself. But this may be something that you need to look at. You need to maybe face your fears inside to overcome this. Then on the following day, we have Venus making the same aspect to Saturn, and again this is a good time to look at how you can change your structure, change your routines. And then on the next day, we have Venus making that aspect to the Black Moon Lilith as well. So here you might be able to paper over some of the cracks or make some peace with whatever it is you have had this power struggle with. On the 17th, we have 10 days of good positive energy. We start off with the Sun, Venus making an aspect of Mars. So this will bring a lot of energy, can be used to complete things, to firm things up, to make sure all those tasks and projects are finished. And also with Venus and Mars, love is always in the air. So this is an ideal opportunity to start a new relationship if you wish, and this will usually be a good relationship. If you're in a relationship, it's a good time to bring some excitement to that relationship, because Mars is in the 9th house. Plan something fresh, a trip or a journey, or do something new together that will invigorate things. And then we have Venus and the Sun coming together, so this again is good vibes, good for creativity, it's good to attract things to you. If you know of the law of attraction, use that to bring things to you that you desire. And also, while this aspect is going on, the two make a square to Pluto. Now Pluto, again, we know is in that 4th house of yours, so again, put energy into the home, make it a little bit more special, a bit more beautiful, a bit more of a nice place to be. But also just be wary that things may go wrong. With Pluto and the Sun in this position, it could be that machinery breaks down or something goes wrong with the house, and you need to give it a bit of love and attention and put things right. And then the other aspect of Pluto is that don't be too pressurised. You might be put under pressure, or you might try and put someone else under pressure. This isn't the best way to use Pluto energy. Use it to make creative changes and transformations. 23rd is a good day for using your logical, analytical side and look at things and look at structures and plans and see where you need to make changes. Also good for planning social events and social occasions, and also for using that creative side in a very practical, down-to-earth manner. Then the following day, Mercury makes an aspect to the black moon in that 10th house. Remember we spoke about the Sun making the aspect. This time Mercury's there, so it's good for communicating, good for opening discussions up with authority figures or people at work, and things should turn out well. On the 25th we have a very powerful solar eclipse. This is happening in Scorpio, which makes it very intense as well. The Sun and Venus have moved out of your sign and are now moved into Scorpio, so this will affect your 2nd house, which is the house of finances. Now this eclipse belongs to the Saros 6 South series and is renowned for bringing a lot of energy and vibrance into relationships. And if you can tap into this energy and use it to complete tasks or to propel yourselves forward to better things. Now, this eclipse is also a connection with Mars and Pluto, so you just need to be careful you don't get overzealous and get overpowering. It's good to use that forcefulness, but not in a way that makes it uncomfortable for others. Now, expect the unexpected, because the eclipse lies on the midpoint between Uranus and the Moon's North Node. And bearing in mind that we have the Sun conjunct Venus, love could be in the air. This could bring a new relationship, it could bring fun and pleasure if that's what you desire, but it could also help you to deepen your existing relationship. Now, the other thing about this is look at your finances. This is an ideal time, with it all happening in the 2nd house, to direct a lot of energy and time into planning and reorganising, ready for the coming months, to see where you can actually improve your situation. On the 27th, Mercury makes 2 aspects, one to Mars and Pluto. This keys in well with the effect of the eclipse. And Mercury will allow a lot of mental energy to input into what's going on at the time. Then on the 29th we have an aspect between Neptune and the Black Moon Lilith, who are in the areas of work and your career. So this is a good time to tap into your intuition, use your compassion to get along with others. And then finally, on the last day, the 31st, we have Mars going retrograde. And when Mars is retrograde, it's always a time when you need to watch your temper, because the energy will go within. It can make you very fractious if you're not careful. So if there are things that upset you, it's best to start a journal, write down, because Mars is retrograde till the middle of January, write down things that annoy you, write down people that annoy you, and then when Mars goes direct again, you'll be able to express yourself in a very much more organised and better way. And the other thing with this aspect of Mars being retrograde is in the 9th house, so your beliefs may be challenged at this time. You may have to just step back from things and just wait until you've had time to think about things over the retrograde period before you make any rash decisions. Thanks for watching. I I hope you have a great birthday, Librans, and don't forget to tune in next month because we have another eclipse.